Hi, my name is Rick, and I'm from Unity in Metairie, and I'm going to talk about my experience with Unity, how I got into Unity, and what it has meant to me in my life. First off, I grew up in another religion, and it wasn't until I was after my second divorce, really, what happened was that I started looking into areas of myself. I was into a lot of self-improvement things, discussion groups, Divorce Anonymous, those type of things. And I always felt something was missing in my life, and I couldn't figure it out. And that's when it came up to me that maybe it was religion or spirituality or something. What I did was I went back to the church of my origin, and it didn't touch me. And some people that I was involved with, they suggested I go to a Unity church. And they said the minister there just really speaks to you. And so I went. It was a struggle to go because it was something I had never done before, go to another church. And so I went there. And it was amazing that this minister was speaking directly to me. And it was a large church, but everything resonated. I left the church feeling really good. And I kept on going back. I wanted to go back. And each time the messages became clearer and clearer. And one of the themes was, it's like self-improvement, but it was on a more spiritual basis. And I couldn't identify how that was. So it really took me a long time of going to Unity to understand the concepts and the ideas. But it really gets down to, it's not a dogma. It is your belief that you develop. And one of the things I learned was I had to question all my beliefs, everything, because that was the only way I was going to be able to define really what spirituality meant and how it was going to affect me. Another thing I found about Unity was that it was all welcoming. In other words, to this day, you go to any Unity church, and they'll tell you, whatever belief you have, as long as it's in the path of God, that is the correct path. Whether it's Catholicism, Judaism, Islamic, Protestant, it doesn't matter. And so there are a lot of people you'll find in Unity that actually go to both churches. They still want to stay with their mainstream church, and at the same time they get something out of Unity. Because it speaks to you, it touches you. And although it may sound easy, sometimes it can be the hardest thing to do because you are getting in touch with a deeper part of you that most of the time we all ignore or we don't listen to. And so that's the part I think it is that I've learned to listen to myself, and from there I've been able to come up with some of the beliefs and identify what that means to me. And so what I learned was that God accepts me and loves me unconditionally. And knowing that, it changed my life.